Hey guys, welcome to the last write-in of the season. We have made it to the last time that we're going to be meeting this month. So, of course, just because it's our last time meeting here, it doesn't mean that you're not supposed to keep writing, right? Come on now, you knew that, right? You keep writing even though we're not having our ongoing meetings. All right, so tell me what you're working on tonight. Tell me what project you've got going on, what it is that you're doing, because I'm going to be editing this evening. I've got some kids lit that needs to be done. Hey, Ed. Hey, Chrissy. I've got a project that I'm working on for a client, so I'll be working on that this evening. But I want to know what you guys are working on. How are the projects going? It is, of course, the 26th. So it's the 26th out of 30 days. So you're not totally out of time, right? So how has the month been going? You guys making your word counts? Back to writing the Arthurian prophecy. I love this. I love this. Hello, Christina. Hey, Ed. Yes, so we've got word sprints tonight, right? We're going to do some writing. And if you need a prompt, let me know, because that way I can pull one up for you. Let me pull up my notes for this project. The plot breakdown. That would be kind of important to have, wouldn't it? Again, I have to remind myself. Chrissy, I finished my chapter 1 rewrite. A Greek god got me pregnant. I love this. Sweet. Yeah, it's kind of like those books that we were talking about where it's, oh man, what was the title of those? It's like I got drunk and saved a demon kind of thing, right? Aren't there like 3 of those so far? Oh goodness. All right, Ed wants a prompt. I got you. Hold on. All right, let's see what we got. Okay. Let me pull it up. Okay. Let's see. Okay. All right. A prompt. Okay. Let me write it up into here. Okay. Okay. That's going to be your prompt. Something fun for the last one. I mean, come on, why not? All right, guys, we're going to put 25 minutes on the clock. Pull up my Forest app. 25 minutes. It's all mirrored. Nope, not that way. That way. 25 minutes is on the clock. Ready? Get up your documents. Ready? Let's see. Yes. Set. Here's your prompt. Go. 5 minutes. One minute. All right, y'all. That's time. Okay, how did it go? How'd you do? What was your goal with that writing sprint? I want to know. And did you accomplish that goal? Right? Like, were you going for an idea that you were trying to get on the page? Were you just trying to go for word count? What you got? And I think, like, how many of you guys also have read over anything that you've written? Be honest. Be honest. Who's reading what they wrote? Who is going back and reading what it is that they wrote on the paper as opposed to just going for it? Chrissy, goal was to write and you wrote. So yay. Love that. Absolutely. Ed, 744. Very nice. Ah, you guys. Yeah. So, I mean, and that's the thing is that, I mean, I know that a lot of people are not doing NaNoWriMo specifically this year, understandably so. You know, and so I think it's also getting to that point where I love seeing how people are making new goals for this writing season, right? And this actually, I kind of commented on this a year or two ago as well. Like, a lot of the writers on YouTube were stating the fact that they were changing up what their goals were, because 50K in 30 days is a lot, right? I mean, like, let's be honest, it's a lot. So they were kind of changing up their goals and trying to kind of be nicer to themselves, because it is so much work. I mean, it's very, very doable for many writers, but it is also a big task for a lot of writers as well. So to try to balance out all of that, and if you live in the United States, then we have Thanksgiving this week, right? Which doesn't make it super easy, and people are dealing with a lot of things, especially, you know, nowadays with family and stuff, you know, and so trying to write the basis of a project in 30 days at the same time as dealing with, you know, Thanksgiving and regular end of year kind of situations can be really difficult. So I love the fact that people are trying to kind of mix that up. How many of you guys got outside lately? Not just sitting inside your little writer hobbit hole and click clacking on your keyboard. How many of you guys actually got outside and felt the real fresh air and some sunshine today? Anybody? Because that's rather important too. And I remember one year, Kate Kavanaugh, who's also local to Texas, she mentioned that Yoga by Adriene came out with a 30-day yoga routine for writers specifically. And I'm pretty sure it was done just for Nano. But yeah, it was really kind of interesting because we're all sitting here like hunched over and everything, right? So, Ed, you got outside a little bit. All right, sweet. Weird weather here. Yes, it is, right? You never know what it's going to be. And Chris, you went outside today. Gold star, you guys. Cat was bugging for some time outside. Yes, right. Definitely need to get some sunshine because you got to mix it up, y'all. Got to make sure that you're getting some sunshine. Stretch, right? Hands up. And then try to get your elbows to touch back behind you. Oh, get the cricks out of your neck. Yeah, and you sit here, and all of us, let's be honest, we sit here and we end up doing this because you lean on your desk, right? Sit up, put your shoulders back. Come on. Yeah, stretch out your neck. You got this. Just realized you were behind in the live. That's awesome. I love when that happens. And then you get to like fast forward time. It's amazing when that happens. It's like running towards the front of a parade. You get to speed it up. You just put the parade on fast forward. You know, back when we did that on VHS tapes, does anybody remember that, or it's just me? It's okay. I know I'm old. It's fine. I'll be okay. All right, let's see what other prompt I'm going to pull for you guys tonight, just in case somebody needs another prompt. All right, let's go. Okay. All right, I got one. Okay. Okay, wrote up another prompt. All right, you guys want to do another quick writing sprint? Need to show you my labradorite necklace next time I see you. I love how this just has. And yes, literally, I was like, wait a second, these comments make no sense. Now you know why. It all makes sense now, doesn't it? Yes, I have an obsession with labradorite. This is one of my larger pieces. See if I can get the light on it. Yeah, it's a really cool blue. It's actually a very dark blue in person, which is interesting how it shows up almost turquoise teal here. I have green too, and then I have a purple yellowish one as well. I do like my labradorite. All right, so we're not going to go for 25 minutes. We're going to go for 15 because I feel like if we do 25 again, it's going to get too lengthy. You got to kind of, ooh, you have a purplish one. I like that. I do like the purple ones. They're so much fun. Okay, so we're going to do 15 minutes on the clock, right? 15 minutes. It's my forest app. We're going to grow some trees today. All right, let me pull up your prompt so that you can start thinking about it, right? Prompt, the door at the end of the hall must never be opened. All right, that is your prompt. I've got 15 minutes on the clock. Pull up your documents. Get ready. And you're just loving all these prompts. Happy to help. All right, 15 minutes on the clock. Get your documents up. Get ready. Set. Go. 5 minutes. One minute. That's time. All right, y'all. You did it. It's the end of that sprint. All right. So what did you focus on for that one? What was your goal? Did you accomplish it? How many words did you get through? Or was it a scene? Or was it a chapter? What were you working on? And did you get it done? We gotta know. We gotta know. And like, okay. So when you're writing a scene, is there one aspect of a scene that you guys focus on the most when you go into writing? Well, what's your rip? You can't just say, oh, I'm working on my whip. I would hope so. I hope you're working on your work in progress. But what about your work in progress that you're working on? And I'm at 1185 for the night. Chapter is going great. Sweet. Love that. Christina, honestly, I'm happy I've written it at all today. I feel you. This is why, like, I'm trying to figure out if everybody still wants to do the writing thing in November or if anybody wants to move the months, because I mean, you know, we don't have to do it in November. And if there's like a different month that works better for most people, we can just change that. Like, we have the power to do so. Chrissy, I got 301 words and got one line I'm really excited about. Oh, doesn't that just feel great when that happens? When like you get that line and you're just like, oh, I did. Oh, I like that one. We have the line. Magic had become a companion in her pain. Beautiful. Love that. Nicely done. Okay, working on TTRPG stuff. And that means, right? Okay, I know what RPG, but the TT part, breaking my GM hiatus. Anytime you're breaking any type of hiatus, it's a good thing. Ed agrees. Chrissy, awesome line. Tabletop. There it is. Thank you. Tabletop role-playing games. You guys, those are some of the coolest games. Like, my kid is like hardcore into D&D, and some of the coolest things come up and the stories that I hear. And has anybody read, what is it called? I think it's called, oh no, I don't want to get this wrong because it could be really bad. Hold on. It's a graphic novel series that is based on, yes, okay, that's correct. It's called The Adventure Zone. And it's there's thumbs up just for the fun of it. It's graphic novels that are based on like a D&D campaign. I'm writing a D&D horror one shot at the moment. Oh, I love that. Oh, that sounds like so much fun. Oh my goodness, you guys. And I don't know what it is about D&D, but I feel like people are more willing to have like crazy characters that really just blossom into who they are. And it's like everybody's inner creature comes out when they create a D&D character. It's so much fun. Oh, so much fun. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. It's so much fun. And I feel like there's a lot that goes into these characters and most people don't realize that, right? And like, oh, yeah, no. And I actually have a character profile sheet that I use for some clients that are D&D based, because the streamline there between character creation and D&D character creation, it's much closer than most people realize. And just being able to, you know, like pick skill levels and things like that just makes it so easy to transition, especially for younger writers. I have to say, like, I love my writing resources. Y'all know, if you've been to my writing workshops, you know, I love writing resources. I love having tons of different things to pick from to find out what clicks with your brain best. And the D&D character sheet that I found is just awesome. And like, if you have ever had a difficulty creating characters, look up D&D characters and like try to have some fun with it, because I mean, I can understand, yes, the memes. Oh, the memes. I can understand, you know, if you've got like a modern contemporary, you know, and you're trying to keep to, you know, very basic, you know, structured characters. But if you have any kind of fantasy in your book or any kind of, you know, big character creation, I would totally check out D&D characters. Like, Totally. Yeah, so Ed, I will totally share the sheet. I'll share it actually on my Funky Like Feathers page on Facebook because I can share stuff over there. So I'll share it over there so you guys can get it. And then also, you know what? Okay, so usually I would post these on, you know what? If you scroll like for big money, no whammies on on the Patreon page for Book Nerd University, you can actually see back in the day when I was posting as Funky Like Feathers over there, and I posted tons of free writing resources. But I also made sure to tag them. So if you go to the Patreon page for Book Nerd University and just search for writing resource or NaNoWriMo, those things will come up because I posted a bunch of them for free, just, open access so you guys can get them because I found it and I love that thing. What is Book Nerd University? Dear me. Book Nerd University. Okay, this is, I guess, going to turn into a plug time. Book Nerd University is my book club. It's my online book club. So we meet online. We meet virtually over Zoom calls. We have a Facebook page. We have an Instagram. We obviously have a Patreon page because that's where I post the meeting links. Ed is in my book club. Ed is in the book club. He's a book nerd. And we're actually reading one of Ed's suggestions this month because every month the book gets voted on. So I don't pick the books specifically that we're going to be reading. There's actually 3 books and everybody gets to vote for what they all want to read. And Ed brought in quite the fan club this month. So we are reading Sanctuary by, their last name. I'm going to get it wrong. It's a husband and wife team. It's Alona. Oh, is it Andrews? I hate getting words wrong. Hold on. Yes. Okay. Yes. Alona Andrews. I was right. There we go. I'm not as old as I thought I was. Okay. Yes. So it's a really fun book club. And like Ed said, it is open to everyone worldwide because it's online. So anybody can join us. And for these last 2 months, we're not doing our in-person meetup because usually we do an in-person meetup as well if you're in the Houston area. But because it's holiday season, we're kind of taking the last 2 months off. But we do a mid-month meeting so that we get to talk about all sorts of random bookish stuff. And then at the end of the month, we actually talk about the books that we read together and then find out what the next book is. And then somebody wins a free copy of the book. So like this past month, Bomber, one of our members, Bomber, she won a copy of both of the books that we're reading this month because we're actually reading 2 because Sanctuary is rather short. So we went ahead and read P.S. Your Cat is Dead as well. So yeah, I mean, we have a lot of fun. We talk about some really weird stuff. You never know what's going to come up in book club because when you have a bunch of book nerds, we love to talk about books, right? And yes, it's really the most difficult part is ending it. Ending the meetings. That's the hard part. So yeah, no, you should totally join us. It's a whole lot of fun. And like I said, free books every single month. Somebody gets a free book. So it's a lot of fun, you guys. Oh yeah. And we're also listed on Amazon book clubs. So you can see what we're reading and what our past books have been. We have a website, booknerduniversity.com. I try to make it easy. I do. I try. But yeah, we read a bunch of weird stuff. And we have read some good ones and we have read some not so good ones. We have read some really crazy stuff, but it's a ton of fun. But that's part of the fun too, is that as writers, it's so important to continue reading. Like one of the biggest things. Oh, Amazon. Yes. Okay. So sorry. So Christina mentioned, I didn't even know Amazon had book clubs. Yes, they do. And then that way, of course, they make it easier for you to get access to the books and stuff too, because we post up what we're reading. And then you can just say, order through here and everything. But yeah, Amazon has book clubs mentioned. So you can actually go onto Amazon and look up the book clubs. It's kind of cool. Let me see if I can just put that in there. Let's see. All right. So if you just search Book Nerd University, it's not going to come up into Amazon, but they do have book clubs. And then that's where that goes. Let's see. Nope. That does not go there. Yeah, it's under their book clubs. So let's see. Oh, goodness. Y'all are going to make me do work. Amazon has book clubs, and you can find it there. Yes, we have Book Nerd University on Amazon, booknerduniversity.com, Instagram. Facebook, all that jazz. But when you write so much, you guys have to be reading. Please tell me you guys are reading. How many books are you reading right now? That's the real question. How many are you reading at one time? Are you a one book at a time kind of person? Or do you read like 10 books at a time? Because I'm one of those like 10 books at a time kind of person. And y'all, everybody I am editing for, would you please get your things published? I cannot wait for my clients to get all of their stuff published because I am so excited to be able to put up reviews on their Goodreads and mark it on my Goodreads that I have read it because I love these projects so much. Christina, definitely a one book at a time person. See, there's always someone. Ed, 3 to 4. Okay, all right. Chrissy, one physical book and one audiobook. Okay, all right. See, yes, the formats matter, y'all. Formats make it so much easier to access stuff. Christina, I haven't read it all this month because I've been focused on writing. Oh my goodness. I get it. I totally get it. I really do. But like, try to read at like some point in the day, like 15 minutes, right? Because I think it's also really important to kind of chill out a little bit and let your mind relax, because when you're working on a project, like your brain is working so hard, right? Like you're thinking about all these ins and outs and everything. And just to kind of sit back and read something, just chill, just to enjoy it, it kind of lets your brain settle, right? Because I read manuscripts all day. But at the end of the day, I just want to read something that's done. I just want to read something that I don't have to fix. And it's kind of nice to just let your brain chill, right? Yeah, so let's see. So Christina, I feel the same way. Chrissy not being published yet is so sad, right? Because you read their work and you're like, oh my goodness, I want to be able to tell people. And you can't put it up there, Chrissy, for shame. You're reading Adrian's book, Riftbringer. Absolutely. I have a copy of Riftbringer. I'm so excited. And then listening to A Touch of Darkness. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a fun one. Christina, I'm reading Rift. Absolutely. Riftbringer. Yes. Riftbringer by Adrian is so fun. And the cover that she had done looks stunning. Chrissy, I'm actually reading A Touch of Darkness because an agent recommended it based on my book pitch. That's so cool. You know, and that's fun too, because everybody is really trying to make such a unique project. And you guys, getting your stuff written in your way is what makes it unique. Because every single time that you read something or watch a movie or something, you're going to kind of come up with things that you know kind of feel like it or sound like it or have similar kind of vibes and similar little, you know, pieces of the story. And it's how you combine it and how you tell it that makes it yours. So always look for things that, you know, can help show you either, you know, and I'm that kind of nerd who goes through and is like, ooh, I really like how this dialogue tag was tucked in. It's, yeah, there's a reason I called my book club Book Nerd. Definitely a reason. You need it for your Storygraph. There you go. Yes, Storygraph is a great alternative to Goodreads. If you're not wanting to do the big name kind of thing, Storygraph is awesome. And they have tons of information on your reading, like tons. If you want to know how many, you know, large books you read, of how many pages and what genres that you read, there's literal pie graphs of all of it at the end there. It's so cool. I have to admit, it is absolutely awesome. So definitely, if you haven't checked out Storygraph, definitely try it out. And it's totally free. Like, you don't have to do anything. Christina, I made Adrian add her book to Storygraph too. As you should. As you should. It needs to be on there. I'm so glad somebody added it. All right, you guys. That is it. That is it for this month. As far as the online write-ins go, we would usually have our local Zoom call on Thursday, but Thursday is Thanksgiving and we live in the United States. So nobody's going to want to do that. So today is last night. I'm so glad that you guys have joined me for the past month. It's been a blast. I love writing and editing with you guys. And I cannot wait to see your books on the shelves. I cannot wait. I love seeing them out there and I want to read what you wrote. So please finish your story. Even if you do not use me as your editor, please get a developmental editor on your projects. I cannot wait to read what you have written. All of that hard work, energy, and effort deserves to be enjoyed. So I hope you guys are having a great year so far. I hope y'all had a great evening here and I will see y'all next time, whenever we just pop up and do that. I'm going to try to see when we want to do more, and then I will schedule some lives. All right. Y'all have fun writing, and I will see y'all next time. Bye, you guys.